Welcome to Canucks with Guitars, presented to you by LPD Pedals, Reno Fin Custom Guitars, Tesi Switch, Acutone, Vibraprint, Footside Music, and Ardens Music.
Oh, I was grooving.
Hey, greetings, salutations, welcome one, welcome all to Canucks with Guitars, or for my Francophone viewers, Guitars avec Canucks. Sure. Yep, we'll go with that. I'm Ben. I hope you knew that. Name's right there for one thing, and it's my channel. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. To my on-screen left, so I'll point to my left. Oh, that worked. Sweet, yeah, to my left. Hailing from not quite north, but definitely not southern Ontario, Terry's 3Gs in the house. Or, as Adam D calls him, Terry 3 times. Welcome.
Terry 3 times.
And, of course, our brother south of the border, Ben Tom. Gentlemen.
Holding it up from the bottom. Trying to.
Yeah. Awesome.
Cold snacks. Cold snacks.
Cold snacks. Speaking of cold snacks, in the
Cold
chat
water.
already. All right, you can do that. Absolute Mayhem's here. Robot Master Switch. Nice. Craig Tomlinson, the Lamb. Great to catch on the stream. Awesome. Guitar Man 45 here because he's not blocked anymore. Somebody blocked him. YouTube blocked him on my own. Bastard. It's the Glass Axe Trio. I like that. The Glass Axe Trio from Mojo 67.
Yeah, right.
We got Ike from Flipside. Not in the chat, on my phone. Perfect. Tinkerbell, Charles 75, and Mark So's Images. Tuning in from the left coast, which is the best coast. Martin Lemaire.
Martin.
Tinkerbell. House of Twang. He's been out to the shed and back. Nice. Grandpa guitarist, Thomas Santiago. Thomas Santiago. Hanging out with Zach Thong. Hanging out with Zach Thong.
3 times.
Scrolling. There's other left. Awesome. What else we got in here?
I'm proposing that Absolute Mayhem should change it to Absolute Botanist or Absolute Garden.
Derek Beach, Jay Steen, Dale
Mr.
Palmer
Botanist.
at the start, JP Page 2, Eddie Van Haskell.
There you go. Or Absolute Greenery.
Get down to the bottom again. Dogpa. Woof.
Dale will be
Jim Thomas. All right, we got.
Woof. What's up, Dogpa?
Awesome.
I saw
Awesome. So,
the other
I hope
day.
everyone had a great weekend.
Yeah,
There's 29 watching plus 3 of us here, so at least 32 of us survived the weekend. Perfect. I like to see that. So this is a Q&A show, folks. If you got the Q's, we got the A's, and if not, we'll make it up as we go. We also have mail. We have mail, which I forgot to gray everything out that's pertinent on this side. You won't see this side. T. Ricky and Tech64 here. Awesome. Keith H. So we got some mail. We'll just wait a few minutes. Maybe if we get at least a Scarborough suitcase of thumbs ups, then we'll open it.
Nice.
For those who don't know, that's
21.
I got mail too, but you don't want to read it.
it's another one of those cease and desist letters. I heard about them.
Christopher
Hey,
Coburn
Christopher
is
Coburn.
here with pastries in hand.
Nice.
You know
Nice.
it's from
Hey,
Ben.
Snuffy 166. Welcome, my friend.
Ben, I know it's from my dad when it's handwritten because everyone else just sends an email or text.
Nice.
Those are always nice because
Yeah, I
of that
can't
rarity.
I keep the letters.
Right, Eddie.
I think it's
Not
cool.
that we discuss politics, but you're right.
Absolute butt in ear. There you go. Absolute
Oh
butt in
my
ear.
God.
Nice.
Well, I'll have to admit, Ben, I think I would rather have what Eddie said than an election.
That's true. Well, why not both?
True enough. Both could do, yes.
Cool letters are a bitch. Yes, Tinkerbell, they are. Never been arrested in my life. I don't know how
Hey,
that.
Randy.
I don't know how it's possible. You would think I would, but no arrest record here. Shockingly. Yeah.
No comment.
I'm sure there's like 10 or 20 times I could have got one, but I got lucky.
I got lucky most of the time. Read into it what you will.
I mean, I've ridden in the back of a cop car, but it wasn't like all cuffed up. It was like actually, like, hey, we'll give you a ride because it's like, a foot of snow and you're stuck and you're walking. Like,
Yeah, I'll do it.
Not because we've seen you staggering and falling into the snowbank numerous times.
Right. That too.
All right. Excuse me. Everyone's saying hey to each other in the chat. Awesome.
Nice.
Awesome. It was a good weekend. What happened in the last week? Let me think. Did Nez's show. We did the Canucks show. Sam and I hung out a couple of times. That was fun.
Awesome.
Yeah. Did an unboxing for those that are patrons and channel members. So for that, hey, hola, BC Rich 581. Oh, that would do it, Eddie. That would do it. So, yeah, that was fun. And, yeah, for those who didn't see the unboxing, there it is.
Nice.
More on that.
We are
A
at
demo
25.
of this will show up on August 25th because this gets released August 26th.
There you go.
And for those who didn't see it, there it is.
Now, Ben, what you need to do is take it and go, like erasing a chalkboard.
My screen is now clean. Wait, let me get it, right?
That's the whole point.
Overlap.
I don't think I'm allowed to show it off. So we've talked about it, but I can't talk and show and publicly yet.
Amanda's daughter, Ben's niece, knows what pedal it is, but you'll have to get it out of her. And
Yeah,
she takes
according to
it
her,
on.
we got it. We did an unboxing from LED Pedals.
I know LED pedals. I remember that. She like Ben. If
That's
you ever
so
get,
cute.
God bless you if you ever get in that situation. But if you ever do become a father, you'll be great because you're an awesome uncle, man. You're like, you must be her favorite uncle. Like, dude, it was like the perfect. I don't think she realizes that she has this dry comedic content. Like she pulls it off like an adult that's totally cynical, but in a kid's body. She's like, really?
Yeah, you just got to go with it. That's the key, Tom. Like, you prod where you do to keep things moving. As we had discussed a brief
kept
little.
turning her chair. She's whacking you with the chair. You kept turning it back, and you're like, you're being nice, but you're like, okay, we're gonna not do that. Like, it's like the third
I'll
time
have
you
to
get
see
kicked in the
that.
shin by like a kid, and you're like, all right, that doesn't feel good. Like
That and the skirt. I'm like, keep the skirt down.
well, I'm so used to. I work with mostly little boys, but it's boys and girls mixed together in elementary school. So same kind of thing. Or like little boys. When you
Welcome,
get first
Alias.
grader.
New subscriber.
There you go. Welcome. I like the Alias Edison. I like the Thomas Edison picture.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very cool.
And,
But like little kids don't know how to clean up after themselves, and you just like, okay, you got to tell them 30 times.
And speaking of the West Coast, which is the best coast, well, at least
There you
that time zone that way, we're continuing that kick on the channel, folks. Last weekend, like a week and a day, we had JJ of JJ's House of Jams on, Brother
There you
James.
go.
Last night, of course, we had Brother Sean on, Sean Hurwitz from Smash Mouth, Enrique Iglesias, amongst other projects. Both. He does both. Busy man. That was a lot of fun last night. And this coming Sunday, we've got Scott Brockway returning. I'm thinking we'll probably talk about pedals a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh,
Mojo
all right.
67.
We have a question.
All right.
crap. Awesome. Thanks, Mark. 9.5 minutes in. Oh, and did we hit a suitcase of thumbs ups to do the unboxing?
Yes, we did.
Sweet. All right. So we're going to do that in a moment. First, I'm looking at a Supro Blues King 12. Anyone have one? Pros, cons.
Ooh.
Don't own one. Have played one. Thoroughly enjoyed playing through it.
That's what I was just going to say. I don't
Hey,
own
Maloney?
one, but
Yeah.
all the reviews
Mahogany?
on them.
I played through a Supro, oh gosh, over 20, 25, probably over 25 years ago. And it sounded great. I'm sure if I know that it's,
It's the East Coast, the least coast. I like that.
I think someone bought the license and is rebuilding them, but apparently they're doing them as good, if not better, than original sound and way better in the build quality. You know what I mean, Terry?
Hey, there's LED
modern build quality and safety and reliability. So I haven't played one of the modern ones, but like you, I've heard very good stuff. So hey, Lawrence.
Lawrence, I've been discussing your upcoming pedal release. I've been showing it off too. See, there it is.
And I owe you a long text or a short email like that I was going to send you next week about pedal comparisons. So I will get that to you.
Yes. So I got this from Hog Rotten. Subscriber Hog Rotten sent this in. I don't see him in the chat. I wasn't sure if he was going to be here or not, but I warned him. I emailed him, so you may be catching on the replay if you're a bud. Awesome.
Nice.
But I saw Thomas Santiago. Ben, I got 5 EVH pedals. Nice. Phase 90, sure. Wah, yep, of course.
Hey, Chris from Coburg, how you doing?
Overdrive, Flanger. What do you think? I dig it. I like all those. Personally, I would not pay the extra money for the EVH Phase 90 because it's just the script Phase 90, which is just a modern Phase 90 with the R28 resistor clipped out of it.
Yep.
It's the R28.
Yes.
So
R28.
Other than that, I still dig it, obviously. What else we got there? The EVH wah, don't have any experience with it, but I think everybody should have a wah just to have around. The EVH chorus, I really want. I want one of those bad. The EVH overdrive, I also want just to have on hand because it's cheaper than getting a 5150 head. The EVH flanger, I also want because it's got the button, the Unchained button.
I have the EVH flanger, the EVH Phase 90, and I kind of have the EVH wah, but I'll tell you, I'll explain that. But the flanger and the phaser I both bought used walking into a Guitar Center, and they were literally like half the price of new. So I'm like, well, it's used, but it's cheaper than the non-EVH one. So the reason I bought them, convenience. You just push those buttons in, and that's the Eddie setting. So you get 2 settings, really. You can set it wherever you want it for other stuff, like a slow flange. Like,
which I wish that was a full-size button, not one of those little
I know. But the thing is, if you get someone smart like Lawrence Petros, you could actually go inside of there and do a little jack for a little external tap switch that, switches between the two. That would be cool.
Get the Phase 95 and have both. Exactly, Scott. Plus it takes up less real estate. And I don't know if I said hi to Ken Singleton earlier, as long as Janice and Mark Effects are both in here. Ken Singleton asks, I'm going to open this. What is the best guitar to play while eating mac and cheese? Or as we call it in Canada, craft dinner.
Or KD.
Or KD, they've abbreviated. Sort of like Kentucky Fried Chicken is now just KFC.
Tinkerbell is a cheesy caster.
I'd go with a Dane Electro, because if you spill a bowl of mac and cheese all over it doesn't make a lick of difference.
Well, I'm
or works best as a tabletop.
That's what I was just going to say, is that the tabletop reference.
I watched a gentleman yesterday, and he repaired a guitar with ramen noodles. He had a hole in the guitar, and he filled it with ramen noodles and water.
Oh, well, okay.
So until it gets warm or moist, I guess it'll work.
Oh, all right. We got Ben, here you go, brother. I hope they last you a good while. Like I said, it's an old-ass thing, I'll tell you. Dig your show. I've been playing acoustic over 40 years and wanted to go electric. I just started watching Know Your Gear a couple years ago. Nice. And all the other channels. I know it can be expensive, so I'm learning as much before buying. Awesome. Have fun. From Mahogany. And he sent me Dingo. These are actual sea tortoise picks.
No way.
Yeah, they got basic long story short, you got a tortoise shell back when you were still allowed to get tortoise shells. Like it was his mother's, given to his mother or something like that. And so
you can still buy, they're just expensive. You can't procure new ones.
So he says, I'll make you some picks, send them out to you.
That's awesome.
I dig it. So awesome.
Because I know people that are like, I guess, classical players or some acoustic players like will only use those, but they'll buy a whole shell. It's still technically legal in most countries to buy the shell, but it has to be like an old one that gets passed around. And
Right.
so they'll buy one of those and they get like a ton of picks out of it.
Oh
But
yeah.
they're probably paying in the 5 figures for the shell. You know what I mean? Like, but it's one of those weird archaic laws. Like in the U.S., you can buy a fully automatic weapon, but it's going to cost you like $25,000 because
symmetry.
They were banned in like 1988 or 87. So you can still get them, but there's not that many.
Imagine actually making a tortoiseshell pickguard out of a tortoise shell.
Exactly.
That would be.
Sorry. Robot Mass Switch. He's got an old DoD Phase 201.
It'd be heavy though too.
This Phaser 201 is basically a Phase 90 according to Scott Brockway. Yeah, but it's DoD, so they'd mess with it somehow. So I want one. I think that's on my list. What flavor ramen has the best tone?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask.
Sour chicken.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. Probably
I was going to say plain, but with sriracha, because maybe the sriracha will kind of bind it together a little more.
That spice to your playing too.
Yeah,
hey, Blackjack.
Hey, Blackjack Guitar.
Gives you those hot licks. What's up, Blackjack Guitar?
Awesome. That's cool. Tortoiseshell. I always wanted a tortoiseshell pick. Just
Magic Man, vintage 30s or greenbacks?
Both.
Greenbacks. Both next in a cabinet, but if only one, greenbacks for me. If you can only pick one, Ben.
I don't know. Because I don't have that much experience with Celestians. I do know the combo is a good combo.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna be like the annoying person and say, if I can pick just one speaker, actually be neither of those. I'd go with I like old blackbacks, like 73, 74 through 79.
Or I'll go JJ's route and say Eevees.
There you go.
Okay,
as long as you're not gigging.
We got Dane in from Zim's Guitars. Great to see Dane in here.
Hey, Dane.
Music Therapy Laz. He's lurking for a while. Nice.
Zim got a lot of cool stuff in lately. Really cool.
Yeah, that's true.
Never a shit.
If the drive... All right, I'm going to say it now, Dane. I'm glad we don't live near each other.
Oh, yeah. I'd be
You have all my money.
Yeah, me too.
Of course, I'd be loitering about your store constantly to the point where
and if he put the store near a dispensary near me, then it would just all bets be off.
Oh, it'd just be going back and forth.
Yeah. Just never be home.
Yeah.
Sleeping in the parking lot, in the car.
Which, if you haven't figured it out already, folks, check out Zim's channel, store, website.
And if you live in that area, count yourself lucky because he gets stuff. And I'm just going to say it. He prices it so fair. You're like, is he even making any money on this? Like,
right.
I mean, he's really like giving musicians a deal. You should go there if you live around there.
Excuse me. Hey, Rody's Game Dave's here.
And he always has new stuff. That's what I love. Like, I miss music stores like his from when I was a kid. You'd go in and like 1 week was the same.
Actual turnover.
BC Rich. Like, yeah, exactly.
Exactly, Dane. And I like Scott's idea too.
Is free.
He might have a few people show up for sure then.
And
I just read Tink's comment. I'm just picturing Tink and me like skating and loitering in front of Zim's guitar.
I'd be right there with you guys.
Yeah.
Right there. Skateboard in a backpack with like maybe my keys and water in it, like, and then I just hang out all day.
I might go full retro, and I'm going to bring a hacky sack along too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, see if I can do more than two. Yeah. At this point, where it's probably one. One, it goes out into traffic, gets run over, and then we play frisbee.
There you go.
But not ultimate frisbee. We're too old.
I know they have one of those near me. Not really into that myself. I wish Zim sold video cards. What's up, Rick Hefner?
What's up, Rick?
Yeah, that'd be a good one.
I wish there were good Zims near me. When I was in high school, it was called Trader Jim's Music, and it was always just amazing deals. I got my original 5150 head there. PV. Yeah, we need more of those stores, you know. What is your closest one that's like a mom and pop, like whether it's big or small, but like privately owned, like a one-off?
That'd be the Ardens.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I just didn't know for sure. We have a couple, but they're not. They're
down
not
to just 2 music stores in town. Yeah, because Pinnacle went out of business last year.
Ardens is really nice for not being a chain, man. They got really like a variety of stuff. Like most little mom and pops around here is like they make all their money off of like band instruments, and then they got like 4 guitars.
Well, yeah, and that's where
or bass and 3 guitars.
once they got rid of the whole territory thing, when Sean was able to get into Fender, aka Squire, he was able to get rid of the Hondos basically and bring in Squires.
Nice.
Which then, you really got that, start with the Bullet Strat, then you get the Affinity Strat, then you get a Cool Vibes, then you get a Mexican. You can own 10 different Strats from Fender, basically.
Yeah, actually, you're right.
No other company has that many.
I was having this exact conversation to my buddy today, and I was telling him, you realize what percentage of Fender and Gibson's money comes from their overseas lines. It's like the vast majority of their profit comes from the overseas lines. And so my buddy Corey, who I think he was here with me once, it might have been off the air, but he bought Ben one of the Affinity Strats, $129.99. Now I spent about 4 or 5 hours just doing a ton of like fret work and crowning and polishing and cleaning the fretboard and then setting it all up. But if you get a good setup, it plays great.
Speaking of which, I want to throw that into the community. Anybody got a set of Squire Fender inline tuners? Because I got to do the new tuners on that Crapcaster project. Because it is the Starcaster. Yeah, they're the offset one. If anybody, they're the really low end ones. They look the same as, very similar to my 71 song. No, that's the 67. That's why wrong telly. Oh, they're the same on that one too. Never mind. Which one? I don't know. Anyways, on with the show. Milk got his first guitar at Ardens. Nice.
For his jam cave.
Did I? No. Did I get my second? No. Have I ever bought a guitar from Ardens? Yes.
Well, hopefully so.
Wait. 2. That's right. They got a used Epiphone acoustic in. I bought on a Thursday and gigged with on Saturday. Hey, we were going unplugged. I didn't have the option, so I made it.
Yeah.
So I had an option.
I don't know about now, but I know like when I started playing guitar up until probably like my late teens, early 20s, I always bought my guitars at mom and pops. Like I always supported them. I didn't buy a single guitar.
Ardens employees.
Yeah.
Does that count? No, because they didn't buy them there. But,
well, I always love the mom and pops too, because you can be like, well, I have this to trade in, or this pedal, or this amp, and then
that was the longest time they didn't do trade-ins. They didn't want it. We don't want to be hassled with trade-ins. I'm like, trade-ins is what gets the kids in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Music. Oh man, I miss George's. Yeah, the last time I went into George's in Coburg was right after L&M bought them out. So the signage said L&M, but it was still George's stock.
Oh,
and that smart man. Because, you list the inventory in the sale, but he didn't list all the inventory in the sale. So he took all the nice stuff for himself. And then he slowly just parted out, like, let's say a dozen guitars.
Yeah.
He took with him. But it was like, some U.S. Fender stuff, some custom shop, whatever. Used gear that they wouldn't necessarily sell. And the nice thing was then L&M was blowing out everything that they don't carry that was store inventory.
Yeah.
Just random, say strings or something like that. He still repairs the guitar. Nice, Chris.
Yeah.
Just a quick shout out at the 8:21 mark in the side chat. I have posted Zim's Instagram and YouTube channel.
Nice. Right. Yeah. I mean, if you live even within an hour or two of that area, man, watch that Instagram because he gets some cool stuff.
Wilson and Lee and the Dirty Schwa's family run me store. I've never been there. I want to check that. Is that the hippie? No. There's a guy up there that Richie always just calls the hippie. But I think that guy just works out of his house. He's just been a gear flipper for decades.
Dude, you just jogged an awesome memory. You want me to tell you what the coolest experience I had? Talk about a house that's really a music store. So RJ and me and our buddy Chris Young are down in Miami, and they had to get some stuff done on some amps. I think RJ came with us. But my buddy Chris who's an awesome guitar player. Chris Young, he lives in Texas now, but phenomenal musician. But so we go to this guy's house because he does the repairs for all the Mars Music was around at the time and Guitar Center and stuff. But we got the hookup and went right to his house. And I had a 68 first year Silverface, but blackface guts, Vibrolux reverb, and the transformer went on it. So I took to this guy because he would just have old Fender transformers laying around.
Right.
So I go into his house, and there's literally, it would be like a neat hoarder that only hoarded amps, though. It's pathways to all the rooms, and every pathway is Fender and Marshall and Vox and Orange and Hiwatt. Vintage amps everywhere, and he either was working on them or owned them. And he would sell you used ones you had there, or touring guys would come in, or Latin artists, and say, I want a 60s Fender. And he goes, I got 12. Which one do you want? And just sell it to him for cash, you know? And it was like a candy store. So I drop it off. We go back 2 or 3 weeks later, and I just spent like 30 minutes there just looking at his amps and stuff, you know?
Beautiful.
It was crazy.
Oh, and I will remind folks that if we do get any donations tonight, any super chats and or PayPal money coming in goes towards the LPD Cascades, that there's one left apparently. That we started that rally last night, because I know not everybody that's here tonight was in last night. And apparently we did a little bit of a rally, and we're about 20% of the way there.
Cool.
I think.
Yeah, Robot said I said his room looked like a music store. It did. He has, you know, a nice assortment of different gear. Yeah, it was cool. It was fun.
Ah, yes, when all the inventory had a nice layer of nicotine on them.
Oh, God.
You know, Scott Brockway, we had a place near us. It was called, what was it called? I can't remember the name anyway, because we used to call it the smoke shop, because the guys smoked not cigarettes, but cigars, or pipes, rather. Pipes. So that pipe smell, you would go in there, and we used to call it the pipe shop. That's what we called it. Because it just, every guitar in there, you get a good deal, but they all smelled like pipes. Like it was just permeating everything.
I'm down with that. I have no problem with that.
Yeah, I always liked the smell of it.
Yeah, my dad used when he stopped smoking cigarettes, he smoked a pipe for about 3 years and then quit altogether.
This guy did the old, like, I call it like kind of like the reverse ape hangers. The guy did the whole, like, the pipe, and it would just hang in his lip, I swear, all day. You just pick up guitars. Yeah, check this out. He's talking with it in there, you know. Oh, it's that time again.
Remember, wasn't there a bassist of some music group that actually used to play bass and smoke a pipe at the same time?
Donald Duck Dunn.
Oh, that's right.
And the dog club wants to throw it out there. And if anyone has a lead on an OG Tweed Bassman, hit him up. There will be a finder's fee.
There's a couple, but output transformer. Yeah, no. If you got one with the right output transformers, then you get $9 or $10 for it. But
I agree with Mojo 67. If all he smoked all the time was cherry blend pipe tobacco, yeah, I'd have no problem with that.
Dog, for the best thing I would say is contact someone like Chris Marin or someone else that makes their own custom transformers, and ask them what the closest they have, or ask them if they can source you a dead output transformer from a Tweed Bassman, or if you have one from your own Tweed Bassman, take it to someone like Chris Marin, Marin Audio, and they'll rewrap it like they'd rewind a pickup.
Yep.
For a collector, if you're trying to sell it, you're going to get a lot more money, because you can say, well, it's rewound, but it's the original transformer.
Take that seriously. Why is there so much cool guitar happening stuff in Mesa, Arizona? It's the new Nashville. Shh. You didn't hear that from me. And the one and only Albanian himself, Albanian assassin himself, Krenar, in the house, getting all ready to head off to Gear Street. Make sure to kiss Henning right on top of his head and tell him it's from me.
And then lick him.
Yeah, or lick him.
Yeah, lick him.
Say, this is from Ben, and he will understand. And you'll say, that's disgusting. But he'll understand.
Or
nice,
after
Rick.
licking him, go, Mo.
Derek Smalls. Yeah, I think he did smoke a pipe for a while. Bourbon time for Chris.
Bourbon time. Oh, Robot Master Switch said glass saxophone time.
And I think the voiceover worked again this week, and I even remembered to do all the sponsors, so that's out of the way.
Mm-mm.
It didn't work?
Watching. Nope.
Dang it!
Didn't come through.
Let's see. Hey, Jack Collins. Well, in that case, I want to thank...
What's up, Brad?
Hey, Brad.
There we are. LPD Pedals, Reno Fin Custom Guitars, Tesi Switch, use coupon code Canucks and save 15%. FU Tone, Vibraprint, use coupon code Canuck and save 10%. Flipside Music, affiliate link down below. And of course, Ardens Music. And word has it. Speaking of the devil, there's
Speaking of Flipside, yeah.
We've got a Flipside care pack on the way.
Hey, what's up, Mike?
What's up, Adam D?
Adam DDD.
Adam 3 times.
Yeah.
Just put it all right in one. Just combine both of you. Haley says, I thought you guys were really stoned and realized it was on 3/4 speed. No, we're not.
Oh my god.
Hey, Mike.
I realized it was on 3/4
That's what
speed.
Rob from Tesi does all the time. And laughs his ass off. Right, Rob? If you're watching on replay.
Oh, I love watching stuff at 3/4 speed, and then people are like,
Or you could really
Or
screw
half
with him
speed.
and talk like this. It sounds like he's playing it really, really fast.
2 times speed.
Exactly, Robot. Stoner speed's half speed, Coke
I
speed's
like reading. The best is you read comments in the chat and you go to normal or fast speed, but then all of a sudden you say, we have a comment from Rick Hefner, and he says, I have 2 4x12s.
Yeah. Thanks for the
Milt.
super chat, Milt.
Milt. Thanks,
Thanks,
Milt.
buddy. Appreciate it.
Nice picture, too.
I'll go into the Cascade Fund.
Oh, Keith. When I
Oh,
say
that
Keith,
reminds
am I
me.
talking about a band, or
Modelo.
am I talking about Keith?
Modelo? You
Uh-huh.
think I can find some of that around my area? No.
Oh, you can't? It's everywhere here.
Ugh.
Well,
Ever
yeah, but
since
you're in
I've
a
been
more
hearing
urban
about it,
environment,
I want to
Tom.
try it, and now it's like disappeared from like the Canadian beer.
I wonder if you can bring, you probably can only bring like maybe a case or 2 cases of beer over the border. If I come up, I'll bring some up for you, but it's probably like a case or 2 case max, you know, or otherwise they'll start charging import duty on it, you know. You can say like I'm going to family barbecue, you know. And,
Ike says
just-
Cascade
yeah.
Fund. Does that mean we? No, the LPD Cascade Reverb. It's like the one LPD pedal I don't have. So
this is the other, that's the other fund, is the Tahoe OG fund. It's all legal, kids. Smells good too.
Rick says Modelo is a weak Mexican beer. You can do better. Well, I'm just straight.
I want to
Hey,
see if
Paul.
it's better than Corona, because I don't think Corona is very good. So that's.
I was gonna say I thought that's why you wanted to do a comparison.
I thoroughly enjoy the Coronas, obviously. What's up, Dan?
You know what I actually watched today?
Brad says
that I-
except that LPD pedal. Did you buy the last one, Brad? Because I know somebody bought one last night. Unless you bought that one too.
Ooh.
See, actions like Brad would make you my non-favorite Miller, perhaps. Lawrence, are you in fact sold out? Because I also forgot to text Lawrence today about getting the Cascade.
Trey Seckies for the win.
I believe it.
I do like
He's close.
Dos Equis.
He'd know. I
It
bet
is
you.
good.
I bet you the Corona's real fresh at his place because it's right near the border. They can basically just toss them over to you.
They shoot him over with those t-shirts.
Really?
Mike,
Oh.
one Embers left at his shop.
So if someone's looking for an LPD Embers, folks, there's one. Use the affiliate link down below.
There you go. And
Somebody
then you
use
can
my-
spend like 3 hours looking through all the used pedal section, which is awesome. They have like the best used pedal section of any.
Rick lives in the land
Oh,
of
I've
custom
seen-
craft beers. I can't do the craft beer. I don't care for it. I even had that.
I
El
used to do
Gringo there the other day, and-
I used to be deep into the craft beer, like deep. Like I made my own beer, and I was into all different types of hops. And then my cardiologist told me I couldn't drink anymore alcohol because of my heart condition.
Okay, so it's
And
229.
It ruined it, you
Reverb's
know?
229. Okay, so we're not 20% of the way there. Well, we might be now 20% of the way there with milk.
So if I have a beer, it's like usually I only have like a half pint, like 6 ounce or 8 ounces
Yep.
rather, half pint. But usually it's something good like double IPA, triple IPA.
Yeah.
You know,
Chris says I didn't buy a reverb because I think it was Chris last night. He says I'm waiting to see if Lawrence has enough parts to make me a Ben pedal.
ooh, Jack Collins has moonshine and sour diesel.
Oh,
Cheers to you, sir. That's a good
That's-
combination.
He's got her in fourth gear. He's
Well,
just
the moonshine balances out the sour diesel. The sour diesel, you know that.
Oh,
It's
I don't
kinda
know
like-
about that. I've waged that war, and pretty sure Down and Back poured me to bed that night.
Happy anniversary, Rody's Jam Cave, on your
The
24th
strongest
wedding.
Nice.
The strongest moonshine I ever had though was like before they were making all of it, where you could buy it legally, when it was legit, like in a jug from some dude off the side of a road that my buddy's aunt got in Virginia, and it tasted like dirty water going down. It was like soft. It was cold, soft, and then as soon as you swallow, it's like fire came up from the back of your throat.
See, Mojo's got it right. Riding on the wheelie bars. Exactly.
But real, like a real,
Yes,
like,
I have milk.
Appalachian moonshine is easy to drink, and that's what makes it dangerous.
No, Scott. I've been off the mason jar for a while. Yeah. I basically ran out and I haven't looked to replenish.
Gets dangerous.
Both the drinking one and the one that you can plug into.
Well, especially now lately, because generally on Mondays and or Tuesdays, I've been having to be parent type person. Oh, you cannot do that after waging war with mason jar.
Even that crappy stuff from the LCBO, like I said.
No, I won't even.
That hung me over bad.
I barely tolerate the shine of this country, Terry. You know what I mean?
Like I had generic, or just like what wasn't good about it, just low quality, or
no, it's just when they do the runs, they're just running it off too fast, and I can taste how quickly you're running off your still. Like it's got a bit of a harsher, not sometimes a burnt taste.
Yeah.
But it's just not as smooth. Like
the thing is, people say when they do it in like a state-of-the-art facility, it's too efficient, so it does it very quick, evaporates it. You need a ghetto like rigged together, still with copper pipes and done by hand, like popcorn Sutton style, because inefficiency is what slows it down. If not, it's kind of like faking a tube amp sound with digital. You got to do things and cut certain frequencies.
Well, and the difference too is when those guys are running it out in the woods, they go, nope, that slow it down, back it off, or
they're it's like a like a race engine. They're tweaking it.
They're
not
the whole race. They're not using the old meter. Oh, this is the car. No, taste.
It has the human touch.
John Zimmerman says hotter, not as smooth. Right, unless you get the good stuff, because the good stuff can be way higher content, but it tastes just as smooth as the lower content stuff.
Right.
Hey, there's our Fry guy, Matthew Fry, in the house. Speaking of
Not
back
like
of digging,
the Newfoundland
we got to play a festival last weekend. Lucky bastard.
Cool. Oh, there you go. Chris from Coburg said too much ethanol, no subtleties. Yeah, then it just starts to taste like you're drinking gasoline.
See, I knew it, Lawrence. See, he says that's how I build pedals too. Yeah, he's all tasting them. Speaking of which, this coming Wednesday, folks, all the more reason to be subscribed to the channel. There's a video coming out Wednesday that involves me soldering for the first time in a year.
I've been soldering the last couple weeks.
I didn't
Cross your fingers, folks. Cross your fingers.
All I'm saying is I didn't curse.
Yeah.
So that's all I'm saying. And
I can solder okay on bigger things, but I don't have the patience or manual dexterity to solder like on the minuscule level of the stuff like like Lawrence.
Well, when you decide you're going to solder a pot, you decide to solder a pot, and you're like, I'm not going to bother, releasing it from the cavity. I'll just in there, and then you realize after wanting to curse. See, I don't want to give away too much, Scott. I don't want to give away too much, but yeah, I did. So yeah, and then I got it.
But
and then there was. We'll put it this way: there are edits because there is cursing in between the edits.
Yeah.
It's not that I edit out the cursing necessarily. It's just that while I happen to have it paused to rework stuff, I was just yeah.
I mean, that's not to say I won't try, though. I mean, I've been a tinker since I was a little kid. I took toys apart, and even if I couldn't put them back
Bring it
together.
on, Milt. Bring it
I'll
on.
always
I'd love to
work on
see you,
stuff,
brother.
you know?
You need to come check out the Tone Bunker or Studio A. Maybe you can walk out. We're overstocked. Yeah. Got stuff
Hey,
that-
dog, but what kind of grape do you have? I mean, are you talking straight grape? Are you talking grape stomper? Are you talking, you know, purple Urkel? Are you talking, I don't know, granddaddy?
Purple Urkel now too. Don't forget.
Yeah, purple Urkel. That's what I said. I just can't say it. I still have a little bit of a lisp, even though I went to speech class as a kid. But purple Urkel. Yeah, that's what I meant. And
That's true, Scott. But I was trying to do it as quickly and easy as possible, and it didn't.
Durban OG Cross. Now you're speaking my language, Rick.
Nice.
I'm definitely like, you know, a landrace kind of. That's my favorite, I guess. You know, just give me like some sort of OG Kush. I mean, or I should just say some sort of Kush.
I'm just still shocked that there's an Embers available at Flipside Music.
I know.
It's like they're out there in the wild, right? It's like Bitcoin. If you find one, it's a great investment. Hey, Gino. Great to see you, my friend.
Oh, Grape 8. That's good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I love Indicas. I'm like Mr. Indica.
Zach Thong, welcome to Ben's Basement Music Store.
What do you need? I can do a rig for you.
I do the same thing, Robot.
Guitar,
You
amp, pedals.
He medicates and then takes a tone bath in front of his.
Exactly, Milt. That's what it is. They're burning it because they're running it too fast. Yo, Aaron. Just got home from the kids' soccer practice, and the drive up and down was a combined 2 hour all fun. Headache, of course you do. Love you too.
So does that make
Scott's still
Aaron a
saving for an
soccer mom
87?
now?
What's that?
I said, does that make Aaron a soccer mom now?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's been for quite some time. Dude, I drove with him all the way to Nashville, and we had car seats in the back.
I was rocking car seats for many
That's
years.
funny.
Laz just wanted to give us another heads up that he's still lurking. Thanks, Laz. We know. We're aware.
Oh, vanilla Kush. I still have a strawberry Kush.
Nice.
That's good to hear, Sean.
Nice. Yeah, it's good to see you're still doing well.
And hopefully for that first gush.
I feel sorry for Chris and Coburg. Why would you drink a whole liter of prune juice?
Oh my God!
That would clean you right out. Hey, Michael Easter.
And Sean, I think you should pick somewhere like outside and like decorate the side of a building just in celebration or something like that.
There we go. A video for his YouTube channel. My first
Exactly.
pee in 5 years.
Yeah.
You'd see everybody, huh?
If you tell the backstory, you could sell it, you know.
Yeah.
It's soccer.
Especially if you incorporate a garden hose, so sounds like you're going for like 10 minutes straight because I haven't gone in
Covering the
5
whole
years.
side of the building, yeah.
Just everywhere. Fire hose. Milt says it'll probably be a Monday. Well, does that mean, Milt, you could possibly appear on the show?
There you go.
Could do that. That'd be fun.
South Beach night. I used to go to South Beach. Fire hydrant fart.
Oh, God.
It's a good one, man.
Robot Masters rebrand muffins and get stuck in traffic.
You see, it's been a long time since I passed my name in cursive. That's what Sean said.
That's awesome. There's somebody I used to know who used to make bowel buster muffins. And so it was like prunes, it was like berries, it was like bran, you know,
Roughage for the side of more roughage.
Yeah, everything that you could think of that you could put it into a muffin to eat.
Ground up kale. Like tons of fire.
Nice.
I did
Dave,
that one for
sure.
14 days. I did just a liquid fast.
Hey, there's Christian Hunter.
Only liquid vegetables
And Super
fruit
Gigawatt.
drink. That's all I could have. Oh, it sucked.
You know, when Super Gigawatt levels up, he'll be Super Duper Gigawatt.
I know. And then it'll be ultra mega super duper gigawatt after that.
Christian loves Muffin Seats Muppet.
You got it, Scott. That's exactly what mine's feeling too. No, thank you.
You mean your ass will just sound like a singer for one of those metal bands? Just, bah!
Mine will probably go.
My ass is shouting. My ass is shouting.
Mine will sound like a tuba. I'll smoke to that.
Violent
Super mega gigawatt.
Plantain weed or psilocybin. Yeah.
Or if he ever moved to Asia, he could be Super Happy Gigawatt.
You know what I got an advertisement for today? I got an advertisement for in my area. They're doing ketamine treatments.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like a mental health treatment. And it came up on.
Oh, it's
watching
something.
TV. Like I was watching TV, and it came up on
Fiber
a
metal. Yes, fiber metal.
Local news station. It came up on their ad, like, "Oh, we open this facility now, and we do ketamine treatments." I'm like, "What?"
If it hasn't been done already, I bet you somebody already has done a metal album. They just farted over it. I'm sure it's been done, but I do like the term fiber metal.
Or burped over it.
I was just thinking, what would you call that?
Butt trumpet.
Squirts metal?
Squirt.
Did you guys have that soda squirt? It was like a citrus kind of lemon lime kind of.
Yeah.
Soda
It's still
squirt.
up around
Rare.
here in
Yeah,
some of the
rare.
stores.
It's like seeing a can of Wink in the wild.
Yeah,
Gary.
you can see
Yeah,
it. But you
yeah,
don't see it much
true.
anymore. Or like
Yeah, I generally buy those whenever I see them, just because I'm like, oh my god. And you know where you usually see them? Some mom and pop takeout restaurant.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like the same pizza places that still carry Brio. I'm like, who drinks this? You know, honestly.
I used to drink Brio, but
Hey, Rob
It's like
Baker.
Tab or like Right and Diet Right. That was like
another
cheapest.
popular one up here
Diet
used to
Right.
be
RC Crown
RC
Cola.
Cola. Yeah.
RC Cola was the cheapest shit. At the pool I went to as a kid, the local pool, they have that because they charge you like the price of a Coca-Cola, but it was
Yeah,
that
Brad's
RC
got the right
Cola.
idea. Squirting vodka over ice.
I like Squirt by
Ooh.
itself.
That would be good.
Yeah, but like everything else, vodka makes it better, Tom.
The best vodka I ever had, and it was probably the whole situation, at the airport in Reykjavik, in a layover going from the U.S. to England, and it was a bar, and the shot glasses were made out of ice, and they had very attractive Icelandic women as the bartenders, no male bartenders. The bar back was a male, but the women were all the ones serving. And I just sat there and drank vodka and ate, I guess some Americans would call lox, salmon, like cured salmon, just
Nice joke, Michael Easter.
waiting for my plane. It was fun.
And just to wrap up the
Coca-Cola.
last 10 minutes of the show, Chris is back. Success. What did I miss? Basically, a lot of talk on you, more or less.
Food, cola, weed,
Oh,
vodka,
mayhem. Don't even get me started on Jolt Cola.
Chopin vodka. No, Mike Capsmos. I used to drink Chopin vodka like when I was 22, 23. Like that was my like weekend drink.
Ken Singleton's like, this is why I like it here. Yeah. It's a guitar
Chopin
Q&A.
vodka is
podcast.
good. Chopin vodka just on the rocks, or just like with a splash of cranberry. But you got to get real cranberry,
Hey,
so it's got
Sandra.
that super tartness, you know.
Hey,
Or
Sandra.
cherry juice. Sour
We
cherry
are
juice.
rocking.
Hey, what's going on? 24 karat gold. Ooh,
There we
I'm
go.
jealous.
Yep.
Look at that.
This is my usual, it's my go-to show weed. I like the strain for on air, so it just,
Is that a hybrid or a straight sativa?
damned if I know, dude.
I thought it was a hybrid with Acapulco Gold and something
Dude,
else.
all I know is I take it out of the bag, I put it in this thing, I dump it out, and then I play the saxophone. That's it. That's all I know. I don't know what it is. Where,
Okay, it's a
I know where it
cross
comes from.
of, so it's indica dominant. It's a Tangy and kosher Kush cross.
Even
Alright.
better, I'll answer it for Ben. It's whatever the master mixes and hands to him in a bag.
Dude,
Right.
dude, the last bag wasn't even labeled, and I don't care.
Exactly.
It works.
Well, I don't care about names of like if it's like Stinky Mother, this, that, Coochie, Kush. I care about though, is it an indica? Is it
I wouldn't
sativa,
want stinky.
or is it a
cookie kush.
hybrid? And if it's a hybrid, are we talking like 50-50, 70-30? Like I want to know what I'm going to expect because I don't want to be taking 100% sativa at like midnight. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, Rick says you got to know what you're puffing. I'm like, well, yeah, but I know it's one of 4 strains. Like that's the thing. Because it all comes from the same place. It's just like,
Yeah.
well, let's be honest. Okay, so somebody noticed with the weather being what it is
Belvedere's
this year,
awesome too.
which is a
Yeah.
very hot and humid summer, that the neck on his Jim Root Telly needed adjusting. So he said, well, I'll drop it off and I'll, leave a package inside the case, which is
Nice.
usually what happens.
That is very nice.
But I figured, well, beautiful eve. So I'm sitting out there having a nice canned ginger ale before last night's show, and somebody popped over, and I just had the Allen keys right there and my feeler gauges. So I just, and then, and then there you go. And then 5 minutes later, he was good to go.
Nice.
And then he left the package. It's an unlabeled package. I don't care.
Not to be confused with the package that some wrestlers in the past used to leave for other wrestlers in their bags.
Well, all I need to know, and this is how people used to label them if they had, I mean, after the days of people just saying, like, this is what I have and this is what it is, and they don't even tell you if it's an indica or sativa, but before the days of having, like, the way it is now, I know that people said they used to always label it. If it's a straight sativa, it's S. If it's a straight indica, it's I. If it's sativa hybrid, SH. Indica hybrid, IH. So you only need one of 4 labels.
You just don't want the one that is
So
SHIT.
Brad has a serious guitar question. Has anybody used the Donner high current power supply? Is it really isolated? I don't know.
I have no idea.
Is that
You
what? Because if so, then that's what I use. I don't know. It says Donner power supply.
I wonder if somebody will ever clone Donner with a product called Donna.
The Donner. Donner.
The clone of the
What?
Donners.
What if they clone it, but they just call it Boner? They just take out the N and switch it to
Speaking of, look at this Minaj. God, you guys are so damn sexy. What's good, boys? Did someone say something about Jim Root? Yeah, I was doing that on Jim Root Telly last night, giving a neck adjustment.
I will say I hate when you're watching a regular TV show and then they have like a scene and some guy's trying to show you his dick root. I'm like, no, I do not want to see that. But Jim Root is cool to talk about, definitely.
Yes.
Definitely not a party till Boner shows up.
Jim Root would be smart to do a partnership with A&W.
You right back.
And the A&W Jim Root beer float.
Rick Hefner also runs a Donner power supply on his board. Nice. We'll take a few more questions here, folks, as we get to the top of the hour. We got 65 people watching, unknown number of thumbs ups, but it's at least a Scarborough suitcase for now.
Yes.
Then YouTube will take all the thumbs ups away like they did last night. We ended the show with 65 thumbs up, and then they turned it into 4 thumbs ups, and then they added back to 65.
44.
Oh, nice. Awesome. Appreciate it. What do we got coming up on the channel? So we got the soldering episode. What's for Friday? I don't know. We'll figure something out for Friday. A demo? Do I have anything to demo? Not yet. Got that. That's next week. Need to get some more pedals. Anybody want to make a trade? Let me know. The LED fund. Yeah,
Thanks, House of Twang.
thanks, buddy. Because LED pedals are my favorite pedals. Here comes numero. Was that Cinco
LED
Moon?
pedals.
I don't know.
Brought to you by LED pedals.
It's not a guitar pedal unless it's an LED pedal.
It's not a guitar pedal unless it's
Brad said Sean's a great guest. Yeah, we had a lot of fun last night. It's a really easy show to do when you're dealing with a pro. And because he gets the media side of things as well as the playing side.
Yeah.
And he's a bit of a gear nerd, so we just get along very well.
It's nice when people who are like great players are like nice people too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like, the nice thing about when he's
Like
on
Lawrence.
is actually the fact that he actually does pay attention to the side chat.
Oh,
I don't think enough people realize, or many people don't realize that what a hell of a player Lawrence is, and that he teaches too.
Yeah.
You know,
he has an academy, which I believe that means it's like involving.
I don't know.
lightsabers
That's kind of unfair to be like a great player and be able to make great pedals. Like, you're supposed to only be able to do one.
I know.
Isn't that a little bit unfair?
Yeah.
I
He's
guess
one
that's
of
what
those guys
happens
that
though when you're
apparently
really
likes to
like,
excel at things and see them through to the finish. I don't know.
like making goals and writing stuff down and all
It's
that
all alchemy and
wizardry.
I love
Definite
gold.
Yeah, when he
Rick
cleans the
Hapner.
soldering iron, Terry, when you hear that, that's unicorn tears. He's,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little fairies come off in the smoke. Rick Hapner,
my
Rick
band.
Hapner is going to see Government Mule in 2 weeks. I'm jealous. I'm going to see Dead and Company on August 28th. That's the first show I'm going to.
Nice.
Yeah, in like 2 years. Well, a year and a half for me, but close.
Not everyone can have great taste, Scott. Just saying. He's still going to burn me on Sunday now when... Yeah, speaking of which, to recap, this Sunday, Scott Brockway's coming back. Going to be fun. Another alum of the channel, quickly racking up the appearances, much like our friend Sean Hurwitz. Except Scott's not playing with Smash Mouth as well. That's okay.
I was just going to say, the band Government Mule, what would be funny for a gimmick with them would be as if they went and they bought a whole bunch of those Gibson government seized guitars.
Yeah.
And played in the band with those.
I'm not the one with the Jay Tercer guitar. You change your mind if you played it.
Auction them off charity. Auction them off for charity at the end of each show. Use like a new one at each show.
Yeah,
that's what they should have done instead of destroying them.
Matt has great taste. He just ate a berry. Nice.
Yeah, it's John Mayer on guitar. Yeah, I saw him. Same lineup of Teal Burbige from Aquarium Rescue Unit, and he's played with Allman Brothers and a ton of people. He's amazing.
Say hello to Fret Level Midnight. We got Fret Level Midnight in the house, and Guitar Man 45 did not get his guitar today. Was too busy. Try again tomorrow. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Lawrence toured for a time or two, and back, forth, up, down, all
I was just going to say, did Lawrence tour when Fred Durst had hair?
So Lawrence had the long hair. I've seen the photos.
I've seen them too. I saw one, I should say.
Maybe he should have gave them to Fred.
Lawrence all up on stage, looking all gangly with his long hair, playing old Paul Gilbert, gangly Nick.
But see, to me that's good because Lawrence is one of the few dudes that, builds pedals himself, builds them, under his own name and knows how to do that also has gone through the full spectrum of playing. So I think that's why he knows how to nail what people like.
Score of the week. If you can pick up a Squire P bass for $60.
Wow. That's an awesome deal.
Well, yeah, because even as well as I do, Terry, even the next bent, because we'll say it's $80 Canadian.
Yeah.
The pickups are worth $50.
Yeah. I'd love to get a Squire P bass. I was actually looking for Squire P bass as that specific guitar, a Squire P bass on Craigslist, which is like what, like Kijiji for you guys. I was looking today, there weren't any, but I was looking like $100 or less, you know.
Robot Master Switch apparently has a request for us.
Oh,
One day, I'd really like to see all yous eating cereal together on the show.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm eating ginger chews because my stomach.
it's rare I eat cereal. If I do eat it, I eat it dry. I like eating it like instead of chips. I just like eating dry cereal.
Yeah, these are Japanese ginger chews because my stomach's upset and I don't like taking pharmaceutical pills. I'd rather just use natural stuff. So it's
That'd probably be good.
It's
let
literally
alone-
straight ginger. So I apologize for munching.
I've been on a
on the air.
popcorn kick because they had a massive sale on a 2-4 packs of popcorn on the old Jungle website.
Nice.
They're like, do you want a 2-4 popcorn? It's cheaper, or it's like not much more than a 6-pack, and definitely cheaper than the 12-pack. And I'm like, yes, I do.
Yes, I do.
Hey,
nice,
there's
Chris.
Fruitcake Tony. Finally, now we can wrap things up. We went the full hour. Then Fruitcake Tony
What's up,
finally
Tony?
showed up.
There we go.
Nice, Zach. Going to the General's home opener.
Yes, you are early, Tony. Definitely.
Very early for next week.
Yep.
All
Hey,
right.
guys.
Yeah, Chris is getting that new Squire Esquire. Squire Esquire?
Yeah, that's kind of a mouthful.
But Matthew Fry, I don't eat plutonium. That's the difference.
Nice.
Ginger has a lot of great benefits, though, for real.
Well, do we get any last questions come in? We'll see what happens here. If not, we're probably going to wrap things up. Oh, dang, I still got a fair amount of cold snack. What's going on? Good turnout tonight, though.
Yes, awesome.
Squire, Esquire, Squire, Esquire, Squire, Esquire.
Is there a Squire Esquire?
Yeah,
Yes.
Oh, I gotta own one of those.
yeah. Chris is getting one tomorrow.
Squire Esquire.
Actually, Robert Baker gave away one.
I guess you could buy any
2 months
Squire
back.
Telly and just change the pick guard. You know?
Yeah, you could do that too.
So Jigawatt
but-
asked Terry, how are you enjoying the new bass?
I haven't picked it up lately. I've been having issues with my shoulder, but so far so good. The limited amount of time that I have.
Is there a
Bonjour.
Chris Squire Esquire?
You know, it's so
What's up,
funny
Jamal?
that LPD mentions that. Chris Squire never ever did play a Squire ever in his career,
Chris Squire
Well, on
Esquire.
the-
but
Squire
he did
Esquire?
play it. He did play a Telecaster. Oddly enough.
Flipside reports in, we had a road-worn butterscotch telly in as a trade. It may not make it to the sales floor.
Oh,
That
man. Like one of my buddies played a road worn telly like all through like our teen years into our 20s, man. Or sorry, Strat, but that road worn series, man, I think they're great.
Yeah. Billy Squire,
Yeah.
Squire Esquire?
Billy Squire Esquire.
Yeah.
I want a Chris Squire Esquire bass.
And apparently, I'm going to guess Long and McQuaid here in Canada, Ike. So it sounds, one of those deals. They just do it with one chain store only.
Yeah, Billy Baloney said those road worn necks are my favorite. Yeah, that's my buddy. Loved the neck on the road worn.
Yes, that's how Mr. Baker was able to give away one because it was from Sweetwater.
Mm.
But he said in comparison to his 61,
But remember,
He said it
Sweetwater
wasn't
doesn't
too
like
far
Canadians. Just saying.
yes, that's
Honest,
right.
Honest Wagner pre-owned cologne.
Yes, Mojo. Back in the day, if you owned an Esquire for $30, I believe it was $30 or $35, you could send your guitar into Fender, and they would add a neck pickup to it.
Wow.
So there's actually factory ones that look like a telly but say Esquire up on the headstock.
Like Springsteen's.
Yeah, that's cool. I thought that was
Also, G. Smith's.
okay. I didn't know that was an official thing though that you could send back. It was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say there's some other company that does that also recently with a model that you can send it in to Fender or the whatever guitar company it's from, and
Well, you
they'll
know,
actually put a pickup in.
Gibson, you could send your 54 Les Paul back and say, I want it like a different color, you know, like black, brown, red. I mean, that's where they get those weird colors. You see them, they come up once in a while, like it'll be a P90 Les Paul, like an early 50s, but it'll be like, well, like Jeff Beck's, or it'll be like black, or it'll be red, and they'll want like almost double what it's worth just because the color, you know, but.
True. All right, well, I think we did cover everything tonight, which is, do you think if Springsteen played better, he would have done more for the Telly's reputation? Nah, because there's always been a shit ton of Telly players. He's just there to play rhythm anyways. So, any parting words tonight, Terry?
Nothing much other than hopefully to get putting videos back on the channel again like I was.
Nice. Check out Terry's channel, folks, if you haven't already. Link down below in the chat, as Terry does it.
Yeah.
Before the show ends. Yeah, Tom, any parting words, my friend?
Yeah, if I've been checking out this female guitar player, pretty young, like I think she's in her 20s. Her name's Sus Vasquez. She lives, I think, out of New York City now, but she tours with like major artists. But she's originally, I want to say, from Colombia, but just killer guitar player. She's got a ton of videos on YouTube, but if you look her up, it's Sus Vasquez is her name. That's all I got.
Nice. I happened to see Honeymoon Suite was back gigging.
Cool.
Derry Guillen still has the, I think he still had the Kramer, the Godin prototype of his signature guitar, which is a reissue of the Kramer, more or less. His PV Wolfgang, and that was it. For guitars. Didn't get to see what he's used for amps and or pedals. There we go. Charles sent Tom a thing, and Tom already responded, so never mind. Max is getting in right under the wire. So yeah, great show. We've got. I didn't swear in Wednesday's video.
I got a quick question for Charles. So he sent it to me, but instead of putting the website, he accidentally put my email address where he meant to put the website. So can you resend the website to me?
Because he just sent you an email with your email address? Yeah.
Well, he said, here's the website where you can find this P-Bass listed. And then below where he meant to put the website address, it's just my own email address.
Nice. Copy and paste twice.
I figured rather than email him, just tell him real quick, man. Sorry.
Excuse me.
But thank you, Charles.
Oh, that's a Corona verb. Yep. Definitely. Going to see Joe Bonamassa in November at the Fox Theater. Guitar Man 45 says, nice. Janice is 3 minutes behind, so we'll wrap things up. So she'll be. See you, Janice, in 3 minutes.
Yeah.
See you in 3 minutes.
Bye.
Other left. Cheers, buddy. So as always, thanks, Terry. Thanks, Tom. Great show as always. Thanks to those that contributed tonight. Thanks to the Mod Squad. Thanks to... Oh, dang it. I almost forgot the patrons. Dang it. Woo!
I just mentioned that like 2 minutes ago.
Oh, yeah. So if you want to get a shout-out, because especially when I remember, you get a shout-out, you can become a patron. A patron on Patreon. God damn. Squire Esquire all over again. Click that link, except you can't, because you can't just hit the screen. You know, you can't just click the screen, but click the link. It's down below in the description of the video, and you can join and help out, get your name read off. Like, we've got CJ, we've got Absolute Mayhem, Brad Guitar Miller, Charles Green, Todd Flowers, aka Cousin Todd, Craig Tomlinson, Grumpy Mike Guitar, Blackjack Guitar, Ben Tom, that guy, Fruitcake Tony, saw him in the chat. Jose Benito Martinez Jr. I was hanging out in a chat with him the other day. JP Page 2, we saw him in there. John ZD351, probably lurking while working. Charles75N, he's emailing Tom. Unfucking believable. Don't know where he is. He's MIA. Probably buying guitars. Who knows? Knucklehead 0. Keith H. saw him in the chat. Joe C. saw him in the chat. Mickey Settlemeyer. Don't know if I saw him in the chat. Although I'm not looking at the chat now because I got the banner thing up. Paul
Yes,
McNary.
he
Yep,
was.
he's
He
around
said
Symmetry.
hi.
And, of course, Guitar Man 45. Thanks, one. Thanks, all. You can become a patron at the link down below, and it really helps this out and puts us a little bit closer to this Cascade reverb that we get to hear, and I can demo out here. Yeah. Thanks, Mayhem. Appreciate it. T. Ricky. And Glass Sacks and Pastries doesn't get any better. Ain't that the truth?
Mayhem, I'll put that in the chat real quick. Let me just make sure I have the spelling.
I got to
right.
get up to Coburg soon.
Nice.
See how.
For all those pastries.
Oh, dude, I've been thinking about
So
it.
you can actually then fit into that large T-shirt.
Thanks for Kate Tony. Hey, Gary Davlin. Gary at the end. So as always, hold those doors open. I'll talk while Tom types.
There you go.
Oh, it's already there. Never mind. All right. So yeah, hold those doors open. Let that lady in heavy in traffic and do good things. Why? Because Doug's wife is real. Be cool to each other. Open Wednesday to Saturday. Okay. See, I didn't even check. I took a screenshot. I took a photo to know where. Dale at the end. Perfect.
Yep.
Dale at the
Dale
end.
Palmer at the end.
Dale at the end. So yeah, cheers, rock on. I'm live tomorrow night, Naz Canucks. If you're into auto racing or you just want to hear Doug and me bitch at each other for, we're probably going to go an hour based on yesterday's
Thumbs
event.
up.
Just saying. 2 words, shit show. Yep. That was another one of those race weekends. There's cars, let's just say there's not rumble strips, Tom. They were rumble ramps because a car hit one
Wow.
and the nose of the car had to be 12, 15 feet in the air. The ass end was another 4 feet in the air, and then she came down hard. Suspension
Wow.
did not like that. Picking on
No.
Doug's wife again? Always, because karma is real. Cheers,
Good.
rock on, be good to each
Right.
other. I'm reaching for the ending. And, of course,
Dale at the
don't
end.
litter. Don't fucking litter.
Don't do it.
Don't!
Drink
No.
lots of water and stay cool this week as well. too.
If I catch you littering, Eddie Van Haskell will be throwing rotten produce at you.